President Donald Trump spent Friday in the state of Florida, a key center for coronavirus infections. But as AP's Sagar Meghani reports, the president didn't talk about the pandemic much.
In battleground Florida, a must-win for his re-election hopes, the president went to U.S. Southern Command to praise the fight against drug traffickers.
And wow, are we making progress in a short period of time.
In other events, he went after Joe Biden.
Nobody will be safe in a Biden America.
And touted his own poll numbers.
We're doing very well, by the way. You'll be happy to know in the state of Florida.
Which itself is not doing well with COVID-19.
The flu, the virus, the China virus, whatever you'd like to call it.
That was about the extent of the president's virus discussion. Here at home, the White House Coronavirus Task Force was due to hold a news conference and then pushed it until next week. Sagar Meghani, Washington.
An advance team from the World Health Organization has left for China to organize an investigation into the origins of the novel coronavirus, which sparked the global pandemic. Francis McGuire reports.
2 WHO experts will work with Chinese scientists to plan out the upcoming investigation. WHO spokeswoman Margaret Harris.
One of the big issues that everybody's interested in, and of course that's why we send an animal health expert, is to look at whether or not it jumped from species to a human and what species it jumped from.
President Donald Trump and U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo claimed it may have originated in a Wuhan laboratory, but they did not present evidence for this, and China strongly denies it. Scientists and U.S. intelligence agencies have said it emerged in nature.
That's Reuters' Francis McGuire. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan announced Friday that the Hagia Sophia, one of the architectural wonders of the world, would be reopened for Muslim worship. As Reuters' Emer McCarthy reports, his declaration came after a top Turkish court revoked the 6th century Byzantine monument status as a museum.
The Council of State, Turkey's top administrative court, ruled that the original decree was unlawful. It was made by Turkey's first president after the fall of the Ottoman Empire, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. The World Heritage Site was at the centre of both the Christian Byzantine and Muslim Ottoman empires and is today one of Turkey's most visited monuments. UNESCO said on Thursday that it must be notified of any changes in the state of Hagia Sophia Museum, and the changes may have to be reviewed by its World Heritage Committee.
That's Reuters' Emer McCarthy. President Erdogan has said he wants Friday prayers held in the building in 2 weeks. The United States, Russia, and church leaders were among those to express concern about changing the status of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. The traditional summer getaway that Britons take to the Mediterranean Sea is about to pick up steam as the nation's quarantine restrictions are removed from dozens of countries. AP's Charles de Ledesma has details.
Now anyone arriving back in England from around 75 countries and territories won't have to self-isolate for 14 days. But with many flights still cancelled, holiday resorts are still working on ensuring that they are COVID safe, and many potential holidaymakers reluctant to make a trip abroad in light of the pandemic. The aviation and travel industries are hoping that the new rules will help them salvage part of the summer holiday booking season that's been so battered by the restrictions imposed during the pandemic. Charles de Ledesma, London.
Some evangelical Christian groups are opposing a federal rule on international students. AP correspondent Walter Ratliff reports.
Leaders of several evangelical organizations are urging the Trump administration to rescind a policy requiring international students to leave the U.S. or transfer if their colleges hold classes entirely online this fall. In a letter to the acting Secretary of Homeland Security, the leaders say the administration's policy falls short of American ideals. Among the signatories are the presidents of the National Association of Evangelicals and the Ethics and Religious Liberty Commission of the Southern Baptist Convention. Citing specific biblical passages, they say the policy lacks compassion and violates tenets of their faith. I'm Walter Ratliff.